So we're switching the conversation back now to athletics in the SportsMax Zone, with work completed after a month on resurfacing the track at Jamaica's National Stadium. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, the Honourable Olivia Grange, officially returned control to caretakers Independence Park Limited in a ceremony held inside the Kingston venue on Sunday. In her address, the minister said she was pleased with the completed work.
The contractors, Reckitt, they are professionals. Some of these markings were not on the blue track. And so Reckitt did a complete and professional job, and we're happy for that.
Now, with a new surface means there must be new certification, which Minister Grange revealed is in the works, with a bit of uncertainty about the length of time it will take for the process to be completed.
I'm so elated. I'm very happy. In fact, I have a difficulty keeping calm. Oh, how happy and excited I am about it. I'm happy for the athletes more than anything else, because they would, while training, they would hear all the talk. They would hear work is going on and they're not sure what's happening. They're focusing on their training. So I'm sure that they are now relaxed and not concerned about the running track being ready.
Now, President of the Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association, the J3As, Garth Gale, was also delighted with the new track.
Because now we are able to boast a track with improved markings. It also will allow for us to ensure some of our domestic events, the 70-meter hurdles, the 80-meter hurdles, the markings are no longer, you see, an official walking with wheels to measure if it is correct or not. The 4x2 also, all those sector lines are now in place.
Yeah, Garth Gale there, president of the J3As, and fans will get a quick opportunity to see the new track on show, because the ISA, Grace Boys and Girls Jams will be starting Tuesday.
Yeah, exciting. I'm really, really excited about that. I will be going to CHAMPS. I've already gotten my season's pass, and I think as early as tomorrow, I think I'll be stopping by to see some of the competition. I always say I can't be living in Jamaica and not attend CHAMPS ever. So this is my attempt to change that.
So on a point of clarity, you've been in Jamaica now for 6 years?
Yeah, but I watch it on television, and it's mainly because, Lance, the timing of it. So most times when champs come around, I have a lot going on when it comes to, like, in case you missed it, and shows that I host. So this time I'm going to change it. I'm going to move everything and give champs precedence. So looking forward to see how that goes for me tomorrow.
Yeah, didn't quite get from the minister just now about the certification. I did hear in one of the reports yesterday that it is possible that the certification may not be complete.
Well, by tomorrow.
Until, no, it won't be.
No, that's what I'm saying. It starts tomorrow, so it won't be completed in time for champs.
Yeah, well, they were suggesting that it could be done probably the second week in April, which raises question marks, because the Michael Johnson Grand Slam series is in the first week in April, and I would hate to think that a meet at that level could happen at the National Stadium without the track being properly certified. So I guess we have some time to find out exactly when that will be, because the minister wasn't able to say exactly when the certification will be done and exactly what certification rating it will have, because there was some news surfacing a couple of weeks ago about the certification being downgraded to a Class 2 from a Class 1, and because of the culture of track and field in Jamaica, no track and field fan in Jamaica wants to hear that the National Stadium track isn't certified at the highest possible level. So yeah. I guess that's one concern that lingers with this new track.
So earlier today, before I got on the show, I was reading an article written by Leighton Levy You know, he covers a lot of our track and field stuff. And one of the things he pointed out was, you know, what is a World Athletics Class 1 certificate in that article. And I mean, for our viewers who didn't check it out, they should head across to sportsmax.tv and check it out. But basically saying that, you know, it's not only the track that is...
entire facility.
Correct. It's not only the track that is under consideration when they decide who they give a certificate 1. The article also went on to say that, you know, what happens if you're not a certificate 1 registered track, you know, what happens if, like, with regards to champs as well, because you're thinking that if an athlete come tomorrow or Wednesday, Lance, breaks a record or something, it may not be ratified because of the track not going through that certification process. So the article really, really goes in depth. You know, I don't want to quote Leighton on some of the stuff he said. And he did a lot of interviews and he put it into the article. So I think it's a very, very important thing. The latest update is that an independent inspector from World Athletics is expected to make their way to Jamaica. When does he come to Jamaica? That is still up in the air. But as Lance said, you know, we're hoping that it happens really, really soon because competition is starting. Athletes are going to be giving it their very best. And you don't want an athlete to not get the full credit that they would get for a performance.
Yeah, and of course the issue has drifted into a political issue as well, because Waver Hines, who is the sports spokesperson for the opposing People's National Party, has issued a release questioning the procurement procedure and the decision to go with the manufacturers as against what had stood there before. So I guess in time we'll know more about what happens with that. But we go to break. When we come back, we will be going into our interactive segment to close the show. Back in a moment.